this jumble of letters is the name of the man who led the Untouchables. Can you find it? Now you see it. That's how we play. Now, you see it. Now you see it. And here's the host of our show, Chuck Henry.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I got a good group. Thank you, John Morrow. Hi, everybody, and welcome again to Now You See It. Let's start right off by meeting our two players. We got Shannon and Jack. Hi, Shannon. Welcome aboard. Hi, Shannon and Jack. This is Shannon Young. Now, there's a very interesting thing that's happened in your family. You want to explain that to the audience?
All right. My sister, a couple years ago, married my husband's brother.
Married your husband's brother?
Two sisters married two brothers.
That's interesting. I mean, that's very unusual, too, isn't it? Do you have any more sisters or brothers to marry into that same other family?
We have one more brother, but he's married, and I have a
so
single
it's not
brother.
possible to get three in the same family like that. Okay. You're also a homemaker, right?
That's right.
Interesting hobbies?
I like camping a lot. We go out and go camping a couple weeks every year. We go across boulders. It's fun.
Okay. And over here is Jack Friend. Jack, how are you?
It's fine.
Boy, you look like somebody famous, don't you? Is that you look like was it John Landis, the director?
The director, yeah. A lot of people around here in Los Angeles come up to me, actors, Don Amici, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, have said, they work with him, and they said you really look like him.
Now, you've collected a rather unusual book, haven't you?
Well, I do like sort of odd and unusual books, and the one that's really strange is I have a first edition of The Grapes of Wrath by Steinbeck, and it's inscribed by him. Unfortunately, the book is in Russian.
It's the first edition Russian.
Right, so a little strange.
Well, good luck to both of you on the show today. And let's get started with things. We'll take a look at our game board. Here it is. Now you see it. Audience, we're going to let you continue to see the board. But for the players, the board vanishes. You do get a look at it after I finish reading each question. Every answer on our program starts out at 100 points, but we deduct 15 points for every second you use finding the answer. All set? Here's our first question. During World War I, to save money on gardeners, what animals grazed on the White House lawn? Jack.
Line 4.
Line 4. Sheep. That's correct, Jack, and you have 95 points left on the clock. So that goes on to your score. The first player to reach 1,000 points wins her game and goes on to challenge our returning champion and perhaps play in the solo round today, which is up to $25,000. Here's our next question. If you have a statue of a little naked man resting on his sword on a reel of film, what have you got? Jack.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Oscar.
That's what an Oscar looks like. Another 75 points, Jack. You now have 170 points. As of 1987, John Walker owed the IRS almost $200,000 in back taxes from income he made as a what? Shannon.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Spy.
Right, he was a spy, and that's worth 85 points, and you get started in the game with that. What former child star just turned 21 and is now suing his parents for mismanaging his money? Jack.
Line 4.
Line 4.
Coleman.
Gary Coleman, little Gary Coleman. Probably not so little anymore. 245 points for you. What etiquette expert said the first rule for every mother-in-law is don't interfere? Yes,
Line 1.
Line 1 is correct.
Post.
That's right, it's Emily Post. And she also said the same rule applies to father-in-laws as well. 95 more points. You now have 180 points. What large insect can become tame enough to eat meat from your fingers? Shannon.
Line 4.
Line 1. Like 4, that's correct.
Mantis.
Mantis is correct. Got me confused there. A praying mantis. Large praying mantis, 35 points. You now have 215 points. What daughter of a former president recently passed the New York State bar exam on her very first try? Shannon.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Caroline.
Caroline Kennedy. 90 points. You now have 305 points. 10% of the people in what country have an IQ over 130? Jack.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Japan.
Japan is correct. 95 points, Jack. That takes you into the lead with 340 points. What kind of stone was once believed to ensure marital happiness? Jack.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Onyx.
Onyx is correct. 95 more points. 340 That's 435 points for you. What's the first name of the actor who never made a great escape from the reform school that he was sent to as a child? Janet.
Line 1.
Line 1.
Jack.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Jack. What's the first name of the actor who never made a great escape from the reform school that he was sent to as a child? Jack.
Line 1.
Line 1.
Steve.
Steve McQueen, right. He was the star of the movie The Great Escape. That's correct. 85 points. You now have 520. Shannon, you have 305 points, and we're at the end of the first round. And we'll be back with more questions in round 2 right after this break. See you. You know Steve there. Great Escape. Welcome back to Now You See It. We have our two players. Jack Friend, you're in the lead with 520 points, and Shannon Young, you have 305 points. Remember, on the show today, one of the two of you, of course, will be playing in our championship round, and from there in our solo round, where somebody will have a chance to play for $25,000. Of course, in order to get to the solo round, we've got to go through this game, so we're here for round 2. Remember, the first player to reach 1,000 points wins the game, and then goes on to play in the championship round. So here's the new game board, and our first question. When most of the world's people eat their dinner, they never use a what? Shannon.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Fork.
Correct. 90 points, Shannon. You now have 390 points. Next question. When your waitress shouts, "Burn one, don't cry on it," what will be missing from your hamburger? Jack.
Line 1.
Line 1.
Onion.
Right. 95 points, Jack. You now have 615 points. Movie censors used to insist that in all scenes, couples keep at least 1 foot on the floor whenever they were shown in a what? Jack.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Bed.
Correct. Another 95 points. You now have 710 points. If you make him mad enough, what exotic bird will attack you with his poison-tipped toenails? Okay, for 25 points. Let's say the answer can be found on line 2. Shannon.
Kiwi.
That's right.
Wow.
Kiwi. Surprised if you got the 25 points? Takes you now to 420. What leading man had the fat sucked from his thighs and butt to slim down for a new movie?
Oh.
Shannon.
No, I still think
You don't have it? I'll repeat the question for Jack then. What leading man had the fat sucked from his thighs and butt to slim down for a new movie? Jack.
Line 1.
Line 1.
Rourke.
Rourke is correct. Mickey Rourke, the movie The Wild Orchid. 90 points. Takes you now to 800. Remember, it's the first player to reach 1,000 points wins the game. You're 200 points away there, Jack. When Indian tribes wanted more togetherness, they built... Shannon.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Wigwam.
Wigwam is right. They built what kind of hut that was big enough for several families? Got the maximum number of points, so you now have 520 points. Speaking of American Indians, they would take the quills from a porcupine and use them for what kind of currency? Jack.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Wampum.
Wampum. Indian money, a wampum. 890 points, Jack. 110 points away from a win. Vice President Spiro Agnew was forced to resign from office when it was discovered that he had accepted a what? Shannon.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Bribe.
Bribe is correct. 95 points, Shannon. Moves you up to 615. What Central American leader once wrote a book praising the talents of Genghis Khan? Shannon.
Noriega. On line 4, Noriega.
That's correct. You got it. Okay. Now, 75 points onto your score. You have 690. You got the... Remember, give me the line first and then the answer. All right. Here's the next question. What insect can choose the sex of its offspring? Okay, for 25 points, the answer's on line 1. Jack.
Line 1. Ant.
Ant is correct. You get the 25 points. You now have 915 points. Shannon, you have 690 points. The sound means that running out of time, so we're going to double the point value. Every question will start out at 200 points. Still, the first player to reach 1,000 points wins the game, and Jack, you're very close now. Mel Gibson is set to star in a movie in what classic Shakespearean role? Jack.
Line 3.
for the win.
Hamlet.
Hamlet is correct, and you got it. Jack, come on over and join me. Shannon, you were playing a great game of catch-up there. You almost did it. You were on a roll. Thank you for being on the program this morning, and we do have some nice parting gifts for you.
Thank you.
Well, Jack, you made it. You made it this far. Now, we're going to go into the championship round. You're going to meet our reigning champion up there, and then one of the two of you is going to have a chance to play the solo round for $25,000. We'll be back with that and more here on Now You See It right after this. Welcome back to Now You See It. We're here at the championship round with Jack Friend, who made it up this far. And Jack is a marketing consultant. What type of consulting do you do?
Actually, now I'm doing a lot more sales work, representing newspapers and magazines for advertising sales.
All right. How'd you like to meet our reigning champion, Deborah Weinstein? Come on up, Deborah. Hey, Deborah. Have a seat right here. Let me see. This is 1, 2, 3. This is your fourth day on the show, right?
Yes, it is.
Fourth day on the show. Deborah has already won $5,300, but the big money up in the solo round has eluded you so far. Got a couple of tough boards, and we're going to see what happens today. Perhaps you'll be up there as the reigning champ, or it may be Jack who's up there playing for $25,000. But before anybody can get up there, we've got to get a winner right here in the championship round. We're going to do that now as we take a look at the game board. I'm going to show it to the audience. This board is worth $200. On the board are 6 words that fit into the first category. Gifts little boys love. The player to find a word associated with the category will take control. Okay, ready? Go. Deborah.
Line 1, puppy.
Puppy, okay. That's one of the gifts the little boy loves. 5 more answers on your screen. Find them all in 20 seconds, and you'll get the $200. Ready? Go.
Line 2, train.
That's 1.
Line 2, truck.
2.
Okay. Line 3, Nintendo.
That's 3. 2 more. Okay, shaking your head, can't find him. Run out of time. That means, Jack, you have a chance at it. These are gifts the little boys love. I'll recap the answers that Deborah found for us. She found a puppy, train, a truck, and a Nintendo. All right? There are 2 more correct answers on the screen. All you have to do is give me one in the allotted time, and we'll give you the $200. Ready? Go. Yes, Jack.
Line 4, mitt.
Line 4, mitt, is correct, and so you get the money. Also on line 4 was a bat. A bat on line 4. Nobody found that, so we'll move on to a new board and a new category. These are types of dances. Types of dances, and we're playing for $300. First for control. Ready? Go. Jack.
Line 4, Frood.
Frood. You know how to do the Frood?
I don't think so.
I know. You know the Frood? Okay, we're going to see what other dances we have on the screen. Types of dances. You're playing for $300. Ready? Go.
Line 1, Lindy.
That's 1.
Line 2, Rumba.
2.
Line 2, Minuet.
That's 3.
Line 3, Cha-Cha.
That's 4. There's 1
Line
more.
4, Mambo.
Got them all. Man knows his dances there, doesn't he? All right, let's go to a new board. These are legendary monsters we're going to look at. Legendary monsters. We're playing for $400. Jack, you have $500. Deborah doesn't have any money yet, but you'll be close to catching up with this one. Legendary monsters. Ready? Go. Deborah.
Line 1, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Okay. Let's see what you know about your monsters here. Give me 5 more in 20 seconds to get the $400. Ready? Go.
Line 2, Blob.
1.
Line 2, Godzilla.
2.
Line 3, Cyclops.
3.
Line 4, Herod.
That's incorrect.
Oh, my goodness.
2 more on that.
Yeah. Line 4, Rodan.
Okay, you got the last one, but you're 1 short. That means that, Jack, you now have a chance at it. We're looking for legendary monsters. I'll recap the answers that Deborah found. She found Bigfoot, Blob, Godzilla, Cyclops, and Rodan. 1 more monster on your screen. Give it to me in 5 seconds. You get the $400, give you a commanding lead. Legendary Monsters, ready, go. Jack couldn't find it. Deborah, you get the $400. Hyde. Hyde, yeah. Mr. Hyde, line 4. Hyde. Hyde, okay. Here's the situation. Deborah has 400. Jack has 500. A new board and a new category. Sights at the beach. Sights at the beach, we're playing for $500. Remember, it's the first player to reach 1,000, so Jack, this would give you the win. Okay, here we go for control. Ready? Go. Jack.
Line 1, ocean.
Ocean, correct? Incorrect. Okay, that means that you get to go first, Deborah. Ocean is incorrect. Yeah, well, we'll tell you what happened there in just a minute. These are sights at the beaches. Give me 5 of the 6 answers that appear on the screen, and you get the $500. Ready? Sights at the beach. Go.
Line 1, bikini.
That's
Line 2, lifeguard. Line 3, boat.
That's
Line 3, shells. Line 4, ocean. Line
You got them all. That's all you need to do. Thank you. You got it. Also on line 4 was surf. Surf. Now, this is what happened. You gave me the wrong line. It must be the correct line. You had ocean, but it was the wrong line, so we couldn't give it to you. You now have $900 over here, Deborah. Jack, you have $500. So this board will determine our winner. We'll take a look at it now. And the category this time, baseball teams. We're playing for the win and $600. For control, ready, go. Deborah.
Line 1, red.
One of the baseball teams. 5 more baseball teams. You'll retain your championship and move up to the solo round and chance to play for $25,000. Looking for baseball teams. Ready, Deborah. Go.
Line 1, Cubs.
1.
Line 2, Angels.
2.
Line 3, Twins.
That's 3.
Line 4, Braves.
That's 4. There's 1 more.
Line 3, Twins. I said that.
Let's
Thank
repeat.
you.
Couldn't find them all. That means, Jack, you now have a chance for the win. All you have to give me is 1 more. Remaining baseball team, you get the money, and you become the new champ. But first, we'll recap the answers that Deborah found. She found Red, Cubs, Angels, Twins, and Braves. 1 team become the champion. If not, Deborah remains champ. Ready? Go. Quickly. Not too much time. Okay, you got it, Deborah. Yep. Get it right. Line 2 was the Expos, but you didn't give it to me in enough time. You got to buzz in, give me the line and the word.
Wow.
But, boy, you took it down to the wire. That's as close as you can possibly play it, Jack. Thanks for being on the show, and we've got some parting gifts for you. Now, Deborah, for just a moment, you'll be coming back to play the solo game today for $25,000. We'll have that right after these words. Don't mind that at all. We're back with our reigning champ, Deborah, now to play the solo game, so let's get right to it, and we'll take a look at the solo game board, Deborah. Now you see it, and now you don't. You know what happens here? I ask you 10 questions. You have 60 seconds to find as many of those answers as you can. Pay $100 for every correct answer. Find all 10 today. You'll get $25,000. Now, when you find an answer, you circle it with the electronic pencil, call it out, pass if you get stuck on a word. We'll come back if there's more time. You all set?
Yeah.
Best of luck, Deborah. For $25,000, here's the board. The clock begins after I ask the first question. She was Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman.
Lasser.
Right. An American president.
Harding.
Right. A famous puppet.
Pass.
A bubbly drink.
Seltzer.
Right. A kind of bird.
Bat.
Incorrect. A kind of bird.
Cinch.
Right. A little dent.
Pass.
Famous international cartel.
No, pass.
A goddess of nature.
Oh, no. Pass.
A salad vegetable. Salad vegetable.
Pass.
Small change in Moscow.
Pass.
Okay. I don't feel bad. Sometimes
Oh,
these boards
no.
get difficult. Okay, you got 4 correct. Let's go over the ones you missed. The famous puppet, Kukla. Kukla friend and Ollie. Okay, a kind of dentist of Ding.
Yeah, I knew
Famous
that.
international cartel is the OPEC cartel. Goddess of nature is the nymph. Char is a salad vegetable. And Kopek, small change in Moscow. Okay, we'll be right back, though, to recap all your winnings on the program right after this.
Wow, that was another...
Deborah, you have $7,200 on Now You See It. Next time, we're going to be playing for $30,000. Till then, I'm Chuck Henry. So long, everybody.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Ray-Ban Tortuga sunglasses, classic styling and distinctive fashion with a look of gold and tortoiseshell, plus Ray-Ban glare-beating lenses from Bausch & Lomb. And Soft Touch puts designer fashion into fitness, coordinated bodywear and Antron Lycra fibers, bright color, layered looks and new silhouettes for any workout from Soft Touch. And Flavor Aid makes you glad you're thirsty. Delicious flavors makes 2 quarts Flavor Aid a year-round family favorite. And Curacor, when applied directly, helps soothe away the pain of fever blisters and cold sores. Curacor. And Preston Fun family games, including Mastermind, Topple, Dizzy Dinosaur, Therapy, and more. Games people play together from Preston Toys. And a member of our studio audience will receive a recliner rocker chair from Lazy Boy Chair Company. Enjoy genuine quality and comfort as you rock or recline. Relax. It's a Lazy Boy. From Television City in Hollywood, this is Don Morrow speaking for Now You See It, a Mark Goodson television production.